Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 says, "Come to me, all ye who are wearied and are burdened, and I will give you rest." So, Jesus is promising rest to as many that come to Him. In any way you have been burdened, you have been where you are tired of life, Jesus is calling you today, and He said that when you come to Him, He will give you rest. So there is rest for God's people. There is rest in Christ. There is rest. Do not be anxious for anything, but in all, through prayers, make your requests known to God. God is promising rest to as many that comes to Him. The problem is that some people are like this. For example, when someone board a bus and you have loads, you have bags and big bags. Instead of putting those loads inside the boots, you are carrying it on your head. So is ignorant to do that, right? So it is when someone comes to Jesus, you don't need to be carrying your load on your head. You have to put it inside the car. Put it somewhere in the car. You are in the car, you are not carrying anything. That is how Jesus promised rest to those who comes to Him. We have to come to Jesus, and you have to release all your burden, all your problems, your challenges, give it to God. Empty it, offload it. If you are in Christ, offload it. You cannot think it all. How am I going to do this? How am I going to feed? How am I going to pay this bill, pay the other one? You cannot just think it all, but give it to God. Give it to God. And that is one of the benefits of having Christ in your life. He carries your load. He carries your problem. You just give it to Him. That is what we call faith. When we come to Christ, when we come to God, we have faith in Him. That this is the present situation, but I trust my God. I know God is going to do it. God is doing it. You keep believing, you keep trusting Him, and doing your own best as a human. Leaving the rest for God. Because what kills many people these days is high blood pressure. High blood pressure. Why? Overthinking. Thinking what you are not supposed to think. It can't help the matter. Rather, it makes it worse. So Jesus is inviting you today. In Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 says, "Come unto me, all ye that are weary and are burdened, and I will give you rest." Jesus have rest for you. The Bible says in the book of Hebrew that there is still rest for God's people. There is rest for God. Some people have entered this rest and they are enjoying it. There is rest for God's people.